You ever want to start a new anime that's just something real quick, but just to find out that it got canceled after season 1? Or it's just taking over 10 years just for a new season to even come out or be announced? And don't even get me started with the ones that's over like 500 episodes just for you to keep up and it's still ongoing and you have no time or patience just to catch up with it. I've seen my fair share of animes, ones that have absolute peak all the way to absolute dog shit. I've seen ones that's never been completed, and I've seen ones that started off with a bang and went out with just absolute boo. So I asked myself this one question. What were some good shows that I absolutely enjoyed that were just under 13 episodes? And for that, I had to climb over thousands of mountains, travel far over many valleys, tremble beyond death itself just to get to these parts. And when I mean that, I've searched through Funimation and Crunchyroll over my lifetime. And here's some of the animes that I found that were actually really enjoyable. So here's some of my recommendations for you. Copyright. 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 Copyright, YouTube denied it. Copyright, don't try to fight it. Copyright, YouTube denied it. Copyright, don't try to fight it. Set in the time of the United States during the Prohibition era, Angelo Lagusa seeks out vengeance against the mafia in a name for his family. You see, his dad had mob ties with the mafia, and under certain circumstances, he had to be X'd out, and the mafia always played by this one rule: leave no evidence. That includes burning down the house and killing any eyewitnesses and family members. And it's not because of the no snitching policy, even though that was a main concern, but the real reason was vengeance.
Elena, forgive me. He'll remember us as long as he lives, and you know it. He can't leave loose ends.
Fortunately for Angelo, he lives through that day, but then plans to set out his vengeance accordingly. And after all this time, Angelo grows up and finally decides to make his plan set by befriending the son of the family, Nero Venetti. You see, Nero was there during the home invasion with the rest of the Venetti family, and it was up to him to kill Angelo when he made a break for it. But he didn't have the guts to pull that trigger, and now Angelo comes to make his vengeance, but Nero doesn't recognize him. If you're into that whole mafioso storytelling, little bit of noir vibes to it, this is definitely that show for you. It has betrayal, it has fucking guns and great storytelling, very fun and intriguing characters, and also with definitely a lot of what the fuck moments and plot twists that you've never seen coming. And also Angelo, even though he's one of those emo punk bitches that has those attitudes and he has no emotions really, he's very intriguing to watch and you do want to root for him to get his vengeance. Safe to say he got that dog in him.
なんだこれ手袋だまさか
ひなずき
Now, if you ain't the type that's into the whole revenge storyline, then I got another recommendation for you. Let's go ahead and talk about Erased. Following 29-year-old pizza boy Satoru Fujinuma, he was an up-and-coming, inspiring manga artist. Lives with his mama. Sounds like a fucking loser, right? But here's the kick, he has the power to travel back in time. Now, we never really know how this power works or where it came from or anything like that. All we know is it activates whenever there is a life-changing event that is occurring around. How does he decide to combat this power? He doesn't. He actually decides to work with it and try to help the people around him that's in danger, or maybe even himself. Then one night, heading home from his job, he walks in and finds that his mother has been murdered. This then triggers his power, which then activates, but not only takes him back a full day, but no, takes him all the way back to elementary where he was like 9 or 10 years old. Now he comes to the conclusion that he has to figure out there's murder, which actually ties into a murder that happened at his school with one of his classmates. A very fun and suspenseful show to watch with a plot twist at the end. Keeps you on the edge of your seat, really, man. Characters that you will eventually grow onto with sad background stories, a definitely fun, good watch.
My friends, it has often been said that I like war. My friends, I like war. No? Friends, I love war. I love holocausts. I love blitzkriegs. I love defensive lines. I love sieges, charges. I love mop-up operations and retreats.
You like vampires? Do you like London, the great old country of Britain? Do you like Nazis? Wait. Oh, hold on. Maybe not like Nazis, but like, do you like Nazis getting beat up and killed off? And if you meet all those specific requirements, then boy oh boy do I got a show for you. I recommend watching Hellsing. Now, there are two versions of Hellsing. You have the OG Hellsing, then you have Hellsing Ultimate. Me specifically, I'm going to be talking about Hellsing Ultimate. Following a vampire lord, Alucard, and his new assistant, Ceres Victoria, they work together under a very specific title job. That job is to slay vampires and other mythical creatures that are terrorizing London. Well, they work under a very powerful woman known as Sir Integra Van Helsing. You got this very big antagonist. His name is the Major, and this dude is fucking evil. And not only is he evil, he's the ultimate evil. He is a Nazi. And yeah, his main goal out of it, what does he want? What is he trying to do? You know, most villains want to take over the world. Some want to have immeasurable power that rivals gods. Well, the Major has one goal in line, and that is to cause the most brutal, most catastrophic war that records will ever record. This man is on demon time. And yeah, like I said, the Major may seem like a very one-dimensional, shallow villain, which I guess in technicalities he is, but this dude does it right. He knows how to be a villain and just play up into that trope a lot. Serious, Major is he's up there with one of my favorites. He's not like, you know, up there with the god tier villains, but he is definitely a very slept on and a very interesting villain.
俺だけ仲間外れはなしですぜ、副会長。
お前はやめておいた方がいいと思うが。
その言葉、そっくりそのままお返ししますよ。レディー、ゴー!
Alright now, let's say y'all looking for more of a upbeat, funny kickback, you know, just something you want to laugh at for a little bit. Normally, anime and comedy, they don't mix together well. You could say anime could be a comedy, but they really be having the most cringiest, most unfunniest moments, and it'd be 24 episodes deep, you ain't even chuckle, not even a little bit of air left your nostrils. I say this with my whole heart, you will at least laugh at one or two scenes from Prison School. The whole thirst traps you see on a lot of anime, they pretty much make fun of that. They take it to the very extreme, but that is actually part of the plot, and it's used in a very, very funny way. So pretty much we're gonna follow our guy Fujino Kiyoshi, and him and his friends try to peep into the girls' locker room one night. Things don't go right for them, and then they end up getting caught. And not only do they just get caught, they have to serve a in-school suspension. But the twist is, it's treated as a prison in the middle of the school courtyard. The prison's ran by 3 girls who pretty much hate men, hate the male species altogether, and they try to beat on and dehumanize them every possible way that they can during their whole time of their sentencing. And genuinely one of the best sidekicks I've ever seen in anime. I'm talking about the one, the only, Juji Netzo, aka yours truly. This boy is MVP. This boy is a ride or die that you need to have in your clique all the times, and you're gonna honestly, he's going to be your favorite character through this show. I put my fucking last dollar on that. Mans would shit his pants, get his ass beat, and take every full chance he can to make sure that it benefits you to help each other out. Honestly, I can make about 4 more of these if I really wanted to. There's just a lot of good hidden anime out there that a lot of people should try out. You know, it never hurts to get into 1 or 2 episodes of to see if you like it or not, you know? Whatever it is you're searching for, whether it's suspensefulness, non-stop action, or even just big titty, clumsy, blonde hair chicks, I hope that you find something that satisfies you and brings you nothing but the best enjoyment. If you got any other new shows that you want to recommend to people, make sure you put them down in the comments for me, man. Everybody's gotta eat. I try to get into the points where I want to make tons of more content like this. I also want to make analysts and just breaking down videos and pretty much just chopping it up. So if you look forward to stuff like that, consider subscribing, consider just checking it out, or don't. Shit, put it in your watch later if you ever run into me again. This is Fetty Cinema. You've been my guest. I hope to see you again soon. Peace.